when you were resigning. Being a first generation entrepreneur, naturally you don't have a godfather. So it would have been highly risky to start something on your own. True.
So we failed in that, and again I have to start something zero in the year 2008. So that is how I decided to start my own brand.
But do you think the opportunity that you started with, how has it grown over the years?
And government policies are keep changing every 6 months because they don't have clarity on what kind of a policy they should implement. But yes, I am very confident that these renewable energy sources definitely are going to play a very crucial role in coming years.
And you grew over the years. How was that growth? Can you chronicle the growth for us? How is it that you have reached the present stage where you are?
Onboarding superstar Mahesh Babu as a brand ambassador is one of the biggest milestone. One big name is Sachin Tendulkar, who is one of our investors.
China has been a big player on the production side.
Even India never allowed cheap material which are getting imported from China.
Welcome to Conversations on Hybiz TV. I'm Suresh Kochatal. Solar is something that we have in excess. We are a country that sees good amount of sunshine all through the year, except maybe during the monsoon season. To tap into that huge grid, to tap into the huge opportunity, India has been taking a number of proactive steps, thereby trying to reduce its impact on the fossil fuels to produce electricity. We have three sources of electricity, as we know: hydel, and of course we have coal, and then we have renewable, which includes wind and solar and other things. To talk us to all about this industry and how it behaves in terms of the capacity, in terms of the opportunities, we have with us Bhavani Suresh, founder and managing director of Truzon Solar, one of India's leading players in this sector. Welcome to the show, sir. Namaskar.
Yes, Andy. Thank you.
So, Mr. Suresh, the obvious question to start with you is, where did it all start?
Yeah.
Where are you from? What about your early education and your early career?
Yeah, I'm from Kottagudem. It's like old Khammam district. Now it's a district. My father is a government employee. Used to work for TS Genco as a foreman, and even now they are staying there. And so my early education is the same. My native place, Palvancha, up to 10th, and intermediate I've done from Vijayawada, and then graduation again back to Kottagudem, our native place. And then those days through entrance test only we used to get MBA and post graduation seats. So I got MBA in Karimnagar. So I did my MBA from Karimnagar, 98-2000.
So that this Kottagudem, when you say Kottagudem, that itself shows a fascination for power, because it is home to and pretty close to the largest mines in the country, in Singareni and other places.
Correct.
There's Ramagundam next door. There is, of course, Kottagudem itself has a plant now. So you would have seen these huge plants, in your early days, and you look up and say, wow, this is something beautiful. But after doing your MBA, what was your first career move? Where did you start working?
See, my interest after my MBA, I want to be an entrepreneur, self-made man, but, I don't have any background. I'm the first generation businessman. So I need to work to get some experience, and also financially also we don't have that much strength to start a business. So I came to Hyderabad in 2000, and then I started working for a small company. I started my journey as a sales executive in a HDFC Bank personal loans DSA in the year 2000, and I worked there for I think 2 to 3 months for a salary of 2,000 rupees to start with, and then I moved to one more company where I worked for almost 3 years. In the year 2003 December, I resigned from that same company as a sales manager, and then started my own business.
Why did you want to start the business, and what kind of business did you want to start? I'm sure that you would have had that in mind when you were resigning, saying that I want to start. And being a first generation entrepreneur, naturally you don't have a godfather.
Yeah.
You don't have a big name to back you.
Yes.
So it would have been highly risky to start something on your own. I mean, entrepreneurs are born like that. They take risk, but you would have some plan in mind. What was that plan?
See, when I got an opportunity for my first business, because my end goal is business, but at the same time, I don't have anything in my mind what to start, and what kind of, business I should choose. But So I got an opportunity from one of my friend, for a ICICI Bank DSA. It's a personal loans DSA. I wanted to start something on my own, so I started that. And in the year 2003 December, I started with very small capital, and we have some few sales executives and telecallers. And we used to generate business from the market, getting loans for ICICI Bank. So we used to get some commission on that as a DSA, and that's how I started my business journey.
So when you wanted to start Suntek Energy, I mean, how is it? What is the motivation behind starting a venture like that?
See, Suntek we started in 2008, but before that, as I mentioned, I used to do ICICI Bank personal loans DSA business, and in the year 2006, I started one more new business, that is Hutch showroom.
Okay.
So, at the time of recession in 2008, ICICI Bank closed their DSA network and started operating directly through the branches.
Okay.
And at the same time, Hutch also failed to fulfill the commitments for us. And in the year 2008, we are forced to close both the businesses despite of our hard work. It is not because of failure from our side, I can say, because we put our 100% effort in that. We have successful in that. We got so many recognitions when we are working for ICS and also for Hutch. But again, as we are depending on some other brand, not my own.
True.
So we failed in that, and again I have to start something from zero in the year 2008. So that is how I decided, to start my own brand, and which is going to be with me for long.
Solar business is something that nature gives you free.
Yes.
But then one has to tap it the right way, generate that power and distribute it.
Yes.
You started deciding that there would be a segment which needed that. In 2008 is the early days of
Yes.
solar. True, we used to have people who used to have solar water heaters on top of the roofs. Most of the buildings you would see that, but generating a huge amount of power through solar is something that I saw in my early days in the Cochin International Airport, which runs totally on solar energy. When I used to land there, I used to see that and say, "Wow, this is beautiful." But do you think the opportunity that you started with, how has it grown over the years?
Yeah, when we started in the year 2008, but yes, I am very sure because I am from a background, power background. My father used to work for electricity department. I know the importance of the power energy.
Correct.
Because we know how difficult it is to produce electricity through thermal or hydro. And solar is one thing, where abundant energy is available from sun. So I thought, it is even, when I started, I've never thought that, we'll venture into solar power in such a big way today where we are. But renewable energy is something which I always bet on. And that's how I entered into solar energy business. And initially we started as a trading company. So if you talk about 2008, nobody knows about solar.
True.
There's no much awareness. So a lot of confusion is there in that particular segment. But yes, I'm very confident that this business is going to this kind of these renewable energy sources definitely are going to play a very crucial role in coming years. That's how I actually started solar energy business. And yes, initially, even due to awareness, due to government policies, we used to have very tough time. But yes, when you want to be in a long-term business, so we have to face those tough times, and we have to be in the market.
So in terms of solar energy, if you see that China has been a big player on the production side, maybe not in the installation side, but on the production side, they've swamped the world with cheap solar products, and we also had a problem. We had to resort to anti-dumping duties and all that. Now, when you look at the domestic production, because you're not into production, you're basically into trading. So when you look at the domestic production in India, do you feel the solar units produced in India are cost effective compared to, say, China, which may even be using dumping as a source to the products here? What does the comparison look like?
See, today if you see solar in India is maturing a lot compared with 2008-9. There are two early days where we used to get 100 watt peak modules. Today we are getting 700 watt peak modules, grown by 700 times the generation capacities. And at the same time, even India never allowed cheap material to which are getting imported from China. So many restrictions are there on the imports which we are getting from China, and there are so many registrations need to be done, so many approvals need to be taken. Yes, as you rightly mentioned, earlier days, I'm talking about 2013 14, till that time there is an issue because there is no proper policies, systems and all. But slowly government started imposing so many policies, and also the certifications need to be taken by the Chinese manufacturers and all. And from last few months, especially from last 6 months, 6 years, sorry, from last few years, like 2018 19, I think, lot of changes government started in India also, and they're promoting, supporting the Indian manufacturers in a big way, to PLI schemes and all.
Yeah.
So many cell manufacturers are there today in the market, and so many module manufacturers are there. I think, maybe next 3 to 4 years, dependency on China is not going to be much.
Okay.
Almost now, if you want to install any grid connected system or any ground mounted system which are connected to the grid again, or any government schemes like PM Kusum, so it is mandate to use Indian made modules and cells too. Yeah.
When you look at the domestic market, you deliberately kept out of manufacturing, got only into the installation and of the units. The domestic segment has also seen a remarkable growth. Plus, you have big units, commercial units. Then you have the factories. Everyone wants to be in the solar race today to save either their billing that they are paying out, which is huge amount of money. But at the same time, do you think, when compared to a normal generation from a thermal station or a hydel station, hydel will be anyway cheaper. But when you compare solar to that, how cost effective is solar power?
See, solar is something where there is no what we call
Input cost.
Input cost, because coal is not required, water is not required. It is like natural, from nature we are generating this electricity. It is one time cost. In solar it is one time cost, and the cost, one time cost also reduced a lot. Earlier days, like, if you go back 4 to 5 years, it is almost 5 crores per megawatt tentatively. Today it is almost 2.4 2.3 crores per megawatt when you are going in a big scale projects. And land required is also very less now, because earlier days, if we again go back 4 to 5 years, we need around 5 to 7 acres land to install 1 megawatt system.
Okay.
But today we only need 2.25 acres of land, and the cost of the systems have also come down. And payback, if you see, for industries also where we are installing, it is hardly 2 years or 2.5 years.
So you can recover the cost.
Yeah, you can recover the cost in 2.5 years, and government is also supporting a lot, and banks are supporting a lot by the way of loans and all. So now it is, reachable to each and every household, commercial purpose or for industrial purpose. We started in 2008. So then how we have grown.
That's I'm coming to that only now.
Yeah.
Milestones and
Yes.
achievements and all that. So when you started your solar project and you grew over the years, how was that growth? Can you chronicle the growth for us? As how is it that you reached the present stage where you are?
Yeah, well, Suntek started its journey as a trading company. In the year 2008-9 we started, and we used to import evacuated tubes which are used in manufacturing of solar water heaters, because in those days there are no power systems. Solar power systems are very less, and only solar water heaters and small solar products like solar lanterns, solar torch and all those products were there. So we used to import these evacuated tubes from China, because that is the only source globally. And we used to have warehouses in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, 6 locations in India where there is huge scope for solar water heaters. There are so many manufacturers are there in those states. And we used to have warehouses, and we used to supply across. So in the year 2010, so government started giving subsidies on solar water heaters which are manufactured in India. So then we started manufacturing solar water heaters in the year 2010.
Okay.
And we used to supply across India. We used to have our dealers network, warehouses network across India. So almost till 2016-17, we are doing very good in solar water heaters. And in the year 2014, we manufactured solar inverters also. Okay. Off-grid inverters, especially because 12, 13, 14, at that time there are so many power cuts across the country. So we used to manufacture them and supply across India. That is how we built our brand across the nation. And so we have a very good name in solar water heaters as a manufacturers. And then in 2016-17, rooftop people started looking into rooftop side. And we also empaneled with MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and also state governments like AP and Telangana state governments. And we used to start supplying solar power projects also, systems also to residential segment. And then commercial and industrial, we started in 2016-17 only. It's been 10 years. We are serving many industrial customers and megawatt scale customers. That is how the journey of Suntek started in renewable energy. And today, we are one of the most trusted solar EPC companies in India. So focusing more on post-installation services, which is very key in this industry, and most of the companies are not actually looking into that.
Yeah, that's a problem because in India, post-sale service is something right from a washing machine to a refrigerator to, as you said, in solar, it's an issue. But that, I'm glad to hear that you are playing a big role. But along the way, there have also been many milestones, I understand, many achievements. Can you just enumerate that, sir?
See, we have many milestones in our journey because it's a long journey of 16 plus years today. Recently, we celebrated our 17th anniversary. So, in these 17 years, we have very memorable milestones. We have one is in the year 2020, we got Best Solar Company Award from Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. At that time, they recognized solar companies from each state, and from Telangana, we received the Best Solar Company. And then onboarding superstar Mahesh Babu as a brand ambassador is one of the biggest milestone. So in our journey, because in solar industry, there is no brand, residential brand, like how you see in electronics like LG, Samsung, Sony, so many brands are there. And today in solar, especially residential segment, there is no specific brand. So we want to build Truzon as a brand, residential household brand, and because it's going to become a commodity very soon, and each and every household is going to have a solar system. So that is one biggest milestone. And then recently, few of the big names, because we are planning IPO next financial year, 26-27. And we also did some small IPO recently, and very big names have come into the system. One big name is Sachin Tendulkar, who is one of our investor today. So all these are milestones in our journey where we used to watch them sitting at home in our childhood days, play when Sachin is playing cricket. We used to watch and we used to
today he's your
for
investor.
him, and today is our investor. And I'm so lucky that I met him personally and I had very good interaction. 1 hour time I spent with him, discussed about our growth and all. It's like memorable. These are all some of my milestones. Along with that, many milestones were there. We achieved so many things in our journey with lot of persistence because, that is how the journey is today.
Any organization rests on its team members. Okay, it can be your staff, it can be dealers, it can be distributors, it can be people who install it, service it, everybody.
Yes.
No one is least, everybody is important. Now, in your journey of last 17 years, how have you ensured that this thing stays on top of the charts?
See, any successful business, if you see any business who are there in this any industry for 16 to 17 years, yes, definitely it is major role employees plays a major role. That is first thing, and we are very fortunate that Suntek got so many of them actually who left the organization, and also who are still working with us. From last 15 to 16 years, there are employees who are working from the day of inception, almost I can say 17 years, the journey with us. Today also they are there in this organization. Almost I can say around 25 to 30 people are there who are working with us from so long. And we are very fortunate, and that is the secret actually, because we ensure that at Suntek the growth is assured. So if they are trusting us, definitely we ensure that their growth is taken care. And today we are very fortunate that we have a very good team of people who are with us from long time. Yeah.
Actually, they say, success has many fathers, failure is an orphan. But there are so many lessons to learn from failures, because what happens often is that we take success for granted and we assume that the market will always be good, the products will always be good, there will be no competition or there is very less competition, but suddenly the game may change one day. And that must have happened sometime during your long journey.
Yes, I always keep an eye on competition. I always keep an eye on what is going to happen in future, because we are always in advance. That is how actually the growth is seen for Suntek Energy, because when everyone is focusing on business, we started focusing on service. That is how today Suntek is considered as the one of the best company for post installation services. We developed softwares to give service for the customers. It's an automated services. No company in India got. Actually, we developed our own apps. We spent crores of rupees on that. But today, if any customer have any issue, we track it in advance and we go and get it rectified without any call from the customer. Okay. So that kind of a system we have implemented, and yes, definitely we have seen lot of times you have seen tough times also. People selling at a very low cost, getting some low quality, and because this is very easy, this business is very easy for everyone to enter into it, because the entry barriers are not there in this. A person who got some 2 to 3 lakhs also can start a solar company today, EPC company. There are thousands of EPC companies today in the market, and it is now becoming tough for customers also to select a consumer. But yes, companies like us who focus on post installation services, once maybe after 2 to 3 years, consolidation will happen, and companies like Suntek are only going to be there in the market.
In fact, the calculated risk part of it, when you take a business and you're running a business, especially when you're in the growth phase, there are a lot of calculated risks you take. You know that some will succeed, some will not succeed, but every end of the day, it will actually be good. Yeah. Do you think that is important for growth process in any organization?
100%, sir. I believe in that, because without first of all, we should have confidence on ourselves, because before taking any kind of a risk, but as calculative risk is required in any business, which I always take, because in my family, in my friend circle, or people around always wants me saying that thoda slow jana hai, slow jana hai. Bahut baar, and many times they keep telling us this, but yes, I am confident on me and the team around me, and the product what I am dealing with, and the brand, what we have made. Every year I keep taking some required risks, and today, even when we onboarded Mahesh Pau as a brand ambassador, it's a very big cost for the company. No company in India got such a big brand ambassador. For a solar company, today it is very tough to recover the expenditure which we spend on brand building. After seeing us in earlier days, people who said, that I am taking risk and all, today people are following me. So many solar companies are now planning to go for brand ambassadors and build their brands in the market.
You have Sachin Tendulkar. You don't need a bigger brand ambassador than that. But coming down to the core values and principles when running a company, because you are at a maturity stage now as a company. It's not something that started yesterday. 17 years is good time to kind of concentrate on the core values and the principles, leadership principles. What are your core values and principles according to you?
Yeah, the core values that guide me are integrity, perseverance, and innovation, because these are the three key things for any success of any organization. Being an EPC company, so we need to take care of the end customer, because we are not into manufacturing of any product, but EPC plays a very crucial role, because customers can only accessible to EPC companies, not to the manufacturers. There are 40 plus components which plays a crucial role, and we procure all that material and deliver it as a product which goes on Truzon brand name. So we are answerable and responsible to all our customers. So considering that, actually we always focused on post installation services, especially the softwares what we developed, which is giving clarity to our customers. So we monitor each and every customer. Even a 3 kilowatt customer is monitored in our company. So we have created dashboards. So we have today 6,000 plus rooftop and ground mount customers. So every day our team monitors them, and if we find any issue with any of the customers, we directly call to the customer before we get a call from the customer. If required, our team goes there and get it rectified, which is a proactive service. It's like a customer delight. We believe in that. And that is what is driving us today. And along with that, whenever we get a challenge, whenever we get a problem, we should handle it in a professional way. The communication should be Transparency should be there in what we are communicating to the customers.
Sure.
So we have created our ERP solutions to our customers also, where they can log in, they can see the process, they can see the systems. It's a technology driven company today. It is not a regular EPC company where, we install a system and, whenever problem comes, when customer calls. So we ensure that whatever we are doing, whatever work we are doing, get 100% benefit out of it to the customer. That is where we are actually focusing on.
So when you are now 17 and going on towards 20, that would be a next milestone, I guess, and then 25 and on. What is the vision for the future? Because obviously there's a number that is end of it. You are looking at a certain capacity that you want to build on, and also kind of get new products and new services into the market as the customers are expecting, and as it innovates around the world also. What's the vision for future for your company?
See, we have a very clear vision. We want to be one of the good EPC company. It's not, numbers are one thing. Numbers are always important for the growth of the organization. But at the same time, going into the market with as a quality company, because today we remember few brands as quality. So why we are buying Apple phone? Because
Correct.
we are very confident that when we use this phone, service issues will be very less. Second, like the same way, there are so many brands which are dominating the quality, because we are who are giving priority for the customer delight. So that is where we want to be. Whatever product we deal with, numbers will flow. Definitely, they will come on its way. So yes, we have a vision that next financial year we want to be one of the top EPC company, at least top 3 EPC company in India. By 2030, that was our vision. Second, we want to enter into battery energy storage systems, where which is going to play a very crucial role in coming years, because a lot of now discoms are facing grid stability issues and all, because daytime generation is happening and nighttime again we are depending on grid. So battery energy storage is one area where we are focusing on now. And also expanding in other states, wherever now we are in 5 states. We are in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, AP, Chhattisgarh. And next 6 months we are starting our operations in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala too. So now, by 27, 28, we want to be a national brand across all the states. Second, we are seeing some opportunities outside India also, where we want to expand our operations in Middle East and few parts of Australia also. So this is the vision what we have for next 4 to 5 years.
Before I close the conversation, there is one thing that is at the back of my mind. Pradhan Mantri introduced a small scheme for small households to install a solar unit there. How would that scheme taken off? How successful has it been?
See, from February 24, from that time till date, the awareness on solar increased by, I can say, 1,000 times.
Okay.
That is the one which is actually taking renewable energy into rural segment. Many people are using this, benefit of 78,000 subsidy up to 3 kilowatt system. So if someone is installing 1 kilowatt, they are getting 30,000. For 2 kilowatt, they are getting 60,000. And for 3 kilowatts, they are getting 78,000. Where the cost of the system is somewhere around 2 lakhs, they are getting 78,000 back. Banks are giving 90% funding also. So they are not investing anything from their pocket, and again they are getting subsidy into their account. So this scheme is very successful, where farmers can install solar system, sell it to the grid. So this is also a very good scheme which most of the farmers are utilizing.
As we close again, what is your message for your audience? The audience may include customers, they may include suppliers, they may include other people. What is the kind of message that you want to send out to them, and what do you want to tell them that, look, this is what Truzon Solar is all about?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going for an IPO, that's a different thing, but at the end of the day, service matters, important. Product is also important, quality is important, and of course, the customer delight, as you want to call it, which is combination of all these things which works. So what is your message for the audience?
Yeah. As a first generation businessman, what I learned is we should never give up, and we should always take a calculated risk, which is very important. And at the same time, we have to, the business what we select should be in the initial stages. We can expand it to the level, because as we are there in this market consistently from last 17 years, today we are in this position. But today, if you see solar industry, it has become a very risky business today, because so many players are there in APC. But if you have clear vision and goal that I want to be different, I want to be innovative, I want to go into the market with some plan of out of the box thinking.
Thinking.
Yes, definitely there is a huge scope. Market is very big, and I always believe in that. We have to create an impact. We have to inspire others. And at the end of the day, we should leave a legacy for the next
Okay.
generations to come. That is what actually I want to be in the future days. So speaking about our team, because for any organization success need a quality people, quality team. So at Suntek Energy Systems, I can say today we got the complete set of people. We have a CFO, we have a CEO, so we have a CTO, and also so many engineers working here. Everything is done in house, starting from site survey to synchronization. There are so many stages. I can say site survey, we have to give a quotation to the customer, and then we have to follow up with them, and again once we get an order, we have to do a proper site survey, and then production has to happen. It has to go to the site, installation has to happen. We need to do kind of licensing work. We need to replace our existing net meter to a bidirectional meter. So everything is done in house, especially the installation, because 100% of Suntek installations are done with in-house team. No company in India got this kind of infrastructure, because that is the one which plays a crucial role. Will have everything in our control, that what installation we are doing there, what type, kind of a quality work we are doing there. So complete we do in-house, and we have a what we call decentralized work. We never do kind of cross work. What we call multitasking is not done here. Everybody have their own task, and they'll be working only on that particular task. So that is one of our success, I can say, secret of our success, that quality team having with us. And I never used to hesitate to pay salaries to them, because if we to want good people, we need to definitely pay good salaries to them basing on their eligibility. So when we started Suntek Energy Systems in 2008-9, we used to have 3 employees. We started with 3 employees, and today we have 500 plus employees working across India, and indirectly almost around 400 people are working with us on contract basis. Today almost around 8 to 900 families are with us. And second thing, earlier we started our journey in Hyderabad, and today we are in 5 states spread across all the corners, and we have almost around 50 plus dealers who are working with us. And we have spread across today, and that is and also not only spreading and also giving employment, but we have created a clear impact, that service is one thing which takes companies to the next level, where we are today. And also we have created a brand in the market. Most of the people today, when they are opting for solar, at least 30 to 40% people are approaching us organically. It is not that we are going and pitching, but they are seeing us somewhere, and they are approaching us from the market, from our existing customers, or from the sources.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bhavani Suresh, who spoke to you about what the solar industry is. He told us from his early days how he has grown, his organization has grown, how his team has grown, and they have stayed put on the quality part of it and after sales service. That's a message for wannabe entrepreneurs who want to look up any business, that who need to follow certain principles, and that is sacrosanct. There are no shortcuts in life. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.